Hello students, the topic is digital signature. So the digital signature concept is already discussed in my previous lecture. So in this lecture I will tell you about the example of digital signature. The first one is called RSA digital signature. So first I will cover the basic concepts. Like in the sender and the receiver, Alice has to use the sign a message, as well as at the receiver side Bob has to verify the message by using the signing algorithm, and at the Bob side there is a use of verifying algorithm. So in the transmission communication media, there are two type of things are transmitted in the medium. The first one is message itself without encryption, and the second one is a signature. So signature is the one that is created by the Alice by applying the signing algorithm. So that is the simple phenomena inside the digital signature process. So in the signing algorithm and the verifying algorithm, there is no keys used like the public and the private key. So in order to make it more secure, there are certain modification have to be done. Like we have to include certain keys, and as I told you, in the digital signature we have to use the sender's private and the public key. So at the signing algorithm, sender has to use its private key in order to create the signature, and in the transmission medium, two things has to be transmitted. The first one is a message and the second one is a signature. And at the Bob side, means the receiver side, the Bob has to verify the signature by applying the sender's public key, because it is a public and it is public and known to anyone in the medium, and another one is the message itself. So when the signature is verified at the receiver side, then the message will be accepted by the Bob, otherwise not. So the one thing you should have to remember, that at the public key asymmetric key cryptography, we have to use the private and the public key of the receiver, but for the digital signature concept, you have to use the private and public key of the sender. Means we are talking about the sender's point of view, sender's type of thing, like private and public key of the sender. But in the normal communication scenario, in the public key encryption, you have to use the receiver's private and the public key. So what about the message digest? As we apply the hash algorithm in our example, first you have to create the message digest. So in this example, Alice creates a message digest by applying the hash algorithm at the sender side, and after creating the hash of the hash code of your message, Alice has to create the signature by applying the signature algorithm, digital signature concept, by using the private key of itself. So in this communication, two things has to be transmitted. The first one is the message itself, and the another one is the signature. Signature is the first one, as the another one is the message. So what about at the receiver side? At the receiver side, when the two things are received by the Bob, that is a signature and the message, first the signature has to be verified by the Bob by applying the Alice public key, means sender key, means public key of the sender. So after applying the public key of the sender, if the verification is successful, then the hash code will be automatically generated. So for the verification point of view, there are two type of one thing you have to concern. The first one is the verification of the signature, and the second one is you have to compare the transmitted value of the hash with the generated one value of the hash. If these two hash values are successfully compared and it is equal, then you can say the message is not modified by anyone in the medium, and your message authentication is done successfully. So here this is the created one and this is the transmitted one, and when these two values are same, then you can see your message is transmitted successfully without doing a modification in the medium. So what type of services are utilized or given by the digital signature scheme? As I told you in my first lecture, that there are certain security measures related to the cryptography. The first one is confidentiality, message authentication, message integrity, and the non-repudiation. So message confidentiality is a part of the encryption procedure, so it is not provided by the digital signature. But the three concepts like message authentication, message integrity, and the non-repudiation is successfully provided by the digital signature. So how can it provided by the digital signature? Like a secure digital signature scheme, like a secure conventional signature, can provide message authentication. As I told you that in this example, there is a hash code is generated. So this hash code can verify that the transmitted message is equal to the received one. So there is no modification is done between the medium entity. So digital signature provides message authentication. The second one is message integrity. So the message integrity means if we sign the whole message, because we cannot get the same signature if the message is changed, so the signature has to be verified along with the Alice public key. If the signature is same, then you can see that integrity services is maintained by the digital signature. Now the last one is the non-repetition. In the non-repetition, you have to include a trusted third party. So like a trusted third party can be like a KDC, key distribution center. In the key distribution center, you can ask that trusted third party about the verification identity of a particular sender or a receiver, and just the getting information from there, you can judge that a particular entity is a verifiable entity or not. And the confidentiality, because the confidentiality is not provided in the digital signature scheme, it is the part of the message encryption procedure, but you can include the confidentiality as a key term inside the digital signature by using only one encryption procedure here. So just after applying the signature algorithm by using the sender's private key, you have to create another encryption procedure by using the Bob's public key, means the receiver's public key. So this first one is for the digital signature, and this second one, that is the encryption with the Bob's public key, is used for the to provide the confidentiality feature. Now the two things, message and the signature, has to be transmitted, but these value has to be encrypted in a one block, because in the last sender side phenomena is you have to do encryption by using the Bob's public key. When these two things are received by the receiver, the first thing you have to make a decryption, perform the decryption by using the Bob's private key, and after you have to verify the algorithm by using the sender's public key. So now you can see both the confidentiality, message authentication, message integrity, as well as non-repetition is provided by the digital signature scheme. But the last one, that is the message confidentiality, in order to get it, you have to just invoke one another encryption procedure by using the Bob's public key. So one of the example of the digital signature scheme is called RSA digital signature scheme. So RSA is already discussed, I think. So in the RSA, there is a message and there is a signature when we talk about the digital signature. So when we talk about the public key encryption, so in the public encryption, you have to use different keys for both the encryption as well as the decryption procedure. So for the encryption, you have to use the Alice public key. The Alice public keys are E and N, where E is the public key and N is the multiplication of two large prime numbers. And the second one is Alice private key. The Alice private key is D. So what is the procedure in order to provide E and D is already told by me. So I am talking about the RSA digital signature scheme. So there is a Alice, means a sender, and Alice want to communicate with the Bob, and it has to perform the communication by using the RSA digital signature. So in order to create the signature, because Alice wants to create a digital signature, she has to use the private key of itself. So what is the private key? The private key is D and message is M. So what will be the equation? Equation of the encryption is M to the power D mod N, and after applying this equation, your sign is created, and along with this sign, a message is always going along in the communication medium. So when these two things, sign and the message, is received by the receiver, so first you have to verify the signature. So what is the process in order to verification of the signature? The verification is done by using the sender's public key. So what is the sender's public key? The sender's public key is E. So after applying the equation, that is S to the power E mod N, your signature will be created and this the message from the signature will be created, and this signature will be compared with the transmitted one message. If these two messages are equal, then you can see that that your message is not modified by any one entity in the medium, as well as this message is generated by the senders from the sender side, only the sender side, and if this condition is true, then your message will get accepted automatically. So this is called the RSA digital signature scheme. It is very simple. Just you have to cross use the public and the private keys of the sender and the receiver. In the normally RSA scheme, you have to use the Bob's public key and the Bob's private key, but in the digital signature scheme, you have to depend on the sender's private and the public key. So this is one of the example. And what about the message digest? Because we have to perform the signature verification as well as the message integrity, that my message is not modified by anyone else in the medium, it's not accessed by the anyone else in the medium. So in order to do that, we have to perform the hash functions like the creation of message digest. So one of the hash algorithm have to be applied at the receiver side. After the applying of the algorithm, your message digest D is created, and after creation of the message digest, you have to create a digital signature. So again the same procedure you have to follow. Creation of the digital signature have to be done by the equation D to the power D mod n, where D is the private key of the Alice, and your signature will be created. And two things you have to transmit. The first one is the signature and the second one is the message. When these two things has to be received by the Bob, the first thing you have to verify the authenticity or verification of the signature. So in order to do that, you have to perform the decryption by using the sender's public key. So sender's public key is E comma n. So apply the equation over there, that is s to the power mod n, s to the power e mod n, and your message digest will be created. So when we talk about the message digest means hash algorithm, you have to perform the comparison between the transmitted hash code as well as the created hash code at the receiver side. So this one is the created hash code, and what will be the transmitted one? Transmitted one is this one, and created one is the this one. Like the one message that is transmitted along in the medium, at the receiver side, the receiver has to apply the hash code over it, and the message digest D is created, and this D dash and D has to be compared with each other. If it is equal, then you can say that your message is totally pure and it's not modified by any one entity in the medium, and it provides you message integrity, and your original message will be accepted as it is. So this is all about the RSA digital signature scheme in terms of the message digest, in terms of the confidentiality, in terms of non-repudiation. So if anyone has a doubt, kindly mail me. Thank you. Yeah, some more part like variations are the application of this digital signature scheme. So the first one is called timestamp signatures. So timestamp signatures are those where we have to create a nonce value. So nonce are those values that we have created for a temporary period of time, just to launch the session key between the two entities, such that in the launching of the session keys, those two entities conversation cannot be leaked by anyone else. So timestamp signatures is one of the example of digital signature, RSA digital signature. And the second one is called the blind signature. So sometimes a situation when we want the signature of the sender, but the contents inside the message is not visible, like e-checks issued by the banks as well as the electronic coin are one of the examples of blind signatures. So these are two applications that are come under the category of RSA digital signature scheme. So I hope now it is totally understood by all of the students. Thank you.